afternoon, Major Coach, and your best half there. All coaches available. I joined this mentorship academy in May this year. So I'm a person of 2025. That's why I am not known, or I don't know most of you, apart from a few, Justin, Emily, I now know Coach Molly, and my Dorothy, my neighbor there.
And me too.
And you, then Chef Lillian. But I'm praying that after here, I'll be in touch with all of you and I'll get to know all of you better. How I got to know about this mentorship program. Let me begin by how I got to know Major Coach. It was years back on NTV, Mwasuzemtia program. And I had challenges with my teen boy then. So I was struggling, I had to look out for her. So the first meeting was at Namirembe Cathedral. The boy is now 24 years old. Then later again, I took my 2 children or 3 to her, still for some counseling. And you know, teens, I'm a mother of 4 boys who follow each other, plus others. So after that, I lost touch with her. I was busy, I became busy with work, I had other children. But I always knew there is something with Major Coach. There is something in her mouth. When you open YouTube and you see her, you will want to listen. So even at my workplace, when I would log on to YouTube briefly, I continued listening to her messages. Then in 2023, when I retired, I got more time at home and started. That's when I landed on Major Coach and the hubby, on their program on relationships. So I picked interest, started watching the program, but I never knew about the mentorship program. So I continued whenever I would be, when you're low, having issues, you go onto YouTube and listen in. By the time you finish, you're better and you're having a way forward. So one time I landed on her. I think she was talking to, is it Capella International University? On YouTube. She was there talking to them. So I listened to that episode. So at the end, she talked about accelerated mentorship. That's how I picked it up. And immediately, you know me, immediately I picked the number and text her. And I want to thank you, Major Coach. You immediately responded and assisted me to get on board. How I have transformed. I joined in May. Her words have encouraged me. I have a personal story which has been so shameful to me. I've worked, but I have not been sharing about it. This one, I'm being honest. Until I joined the mentorship program, I realized, oh, I can use this to inspire and motivate other girls who are going through the circumstances I was in at that time. What I could do immediately was start writing a book. And that's what I began with. Immediately we started. And I sometimes call myself lucky. Immediately there came this 100 days of becoming. Immediately I had enrolled, I think the following weekend, I saw 100 days. She was calling on those who were interested to take advantage of joining for free. I texted her and she admitted me for me. I have not paid any money for 100 days of becoming. So immediately she got me on board. So that has been, those minutes in the night have been so helpful. I've been able to transform. So using her guidance, I've realized I started raw. She normally says, start as you are. I was hesitant, but one time she said, start as you are. Start content as you are. So I was not on Instagram. I was not on TikTok. So I decided, you know, I'm a bit an age. I didn't know how to use these things, but I started getting my phone, recording and posting. But I've realized I'm inspiring and motivating, and I'm really happy about that. Then because of her, I had worked with UBC, and there's a program called Soul Sisters. I didn't know how to take advantage of it. So my interaction with her enabled me get in touch with them and told them and requested them for a slot. And I'm very happy, Major Coach, they really gave me a slot. I'm on Wednesday. Wednesday next week at 9 a.m. I will be there on UBC TV. So all that, kudos to you. May God bless you. And may God bless all the members. I've benefited from the questions. At night, those people submit. I have young children. That's why I'm always muted, because my boy is very sensitive to any noise in the night. So you realize most cases I'm muted, but I'm listening in with my iPod. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to grow more, and I'm not giving up. Now I was able to get you, and don't expect me to leave you any day soon.
Wow.
Thank you, Coach Felicia. So, Coach Femi,
we're doing very well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing very well.
So let's try to make it snappy.
Very snappy, yeah.
Straight to the point. Yes, yes.
My name is Faima Namkose. I prefer to be called Coach Femi. And for the first time, I've been in a class where someone has my name. And that is Coach Cindy. And I was so surprised. I started mentorship class in 2021 with the pioneers. And then along the way, after the graduation, I relaxed. Last year in November was one of my worst challenging year I've ever encountered. So I was on live, and Coach Bahati was speaking about fighting wars, generational curses, wars. And then everyone was commenting, and I was at a period of time where if I got an opportunity to end my life, I would do that, because I was dealing with so many things. Emotionally, physically, I was down, I was sick. Then she called me, told me, Faima, come to my office. We sat for 3 hours, not paid. She told me, I want you back on your feet. There's a Bible verse we read that stood out for me. It was Romans 8:28. Everything happens for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And he told me, Faima, you can use this pain to get the beauty out of it. And when you reach that point, your healing will start. And that's when I joined a class which was almost graduating, and I was in there in Kamoli. Then when this cohort started, I became so active. Remember, I had joined earlier, but I wasn't recording anything. I wasn't posting anything because I was still in this Ella, Bananda Babatia. And then when she helped me undress that other person and bring out the real me outside, I've realized that so many things changed. Before even the year ended, I own an organization called Cool Spring Lipa Ministry. And before the year ended, it was so lucky that through my posting and my talking about the organization, we got so many funds, and so many people came on board to be able to support us on this. Beginning of this year, because I was starting to post, growing my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook page, my husband picked interest in what I was doing, and he told me, you know what, you can start a business out of that. My question was, I don't have money. He funded the business of Wama Collection and put in everything. And then in 3 months, because it started in March, in 3 months, we've doubled the money we started with, because the business is growing, and it's just overwhelming, and it's so nice. So the pain that I was going through has turned me into a person that I am today, and I'm now so devoted into becoming one of the Uganda's leading Christian family coach, who are going to advocate for covenant marriages, who are going to talk to people to stay in there, to fight for their homes, to build healthy relationships, because it is possible. Do you realize that most of the people end their marriages in the first and second year after the wedding? Now let us create new families that are going to last, that are going to speak generations and generations to come. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Now, the person who's coming next, Kale, you're not ready.
Me? I'm not ready. There's
Even
nothing
these
that
people look like they are not ready.
Let me tell you, there's nothing that I'm not ready for.
Okay. I love that. I love that. So we are going to hear from
Cindy.
someone.
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay,
Me, of course, you'll introduce me.
Ah!
Yeah, we are going to hear
But
from...
you now you know me. But during food, you just left me. It's only when we are talking, you are my friend.
Okay, sorry. Now we've reconciled,
Okay,
right?
okay. Let's
Yeah.
reconcile. All right.
All right. So I'm going to invite a lady. Yeah, she's a coach, a very dope businesswoman. And I know for a fact that ever since she joined this mentorship, so many doors have been opening like popcorn, like
you serious?
everywhere.
Wow,
People
wow.
are pulling her. Banange, come here. Banange, come here. Oh, babichi, bichi. Yes,
bichi,
yes.
bichi,
People have been
bichi.
pulling her like on every side.
Bichi bichi.
So there's just there is
okay.
a grace when you join accelerated mentorship and academy.
Of course, yeah.
There is a grace that flows. I can attest to that. So ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
help me make welcome Coach Patience Uwase Melissa to come and share with us her story of this great mentorship.
I'm not about to have dial people right about now. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to say congra. Then you say congratulations. I say congra. Oh, Katimba Ulira, how are we? I hope we're all good. I am so honored to be in this place. My name is Wase, Patience Melissa, and because of Major Coach, I can now introduce myself and say I am a business and personal growth coach. Amen. Can I hear an amen? Yes, Major Coach, I have very many words, but I'm going to put them in like 1 minute. I'm not going to say a lot. I could stand here and say, oh my God, my life has been elevated. I have been taken from one level to another. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show results. That's what I'm going to show, results. Now, this is what happened. It was one day. Actually, it was an afternoon. I think it was, we're coming from Naria. It was the 27th of February. I was with my very good friend and sister, Cindy. So, she is Cindy. She is the. Yes, we're coming from one of the classes that we normally go for on Fridays, School of Practical Business at Harvest Institute. And we had a very intense conversation in the car as we're coming back from class. And the conversation was around, you know what? It's time. We have to get out of these shells we are in. Something has to break. Something has to break. What can we do? We're scratching our heads in that car and thinking of what can we do to become better at what we are doing right now. And that's when we had an idea to meet a certain person called Coach Marjorie. I do not know if any of us know Coach Marjorie Nantambi. So Coach Marjorie, we contacted Coach Marjorie actually in the car. We asked her, can we meet you? And then she said, tomorrow we are going to what? We can meet tomorrow. We met the following day. And when we sat down, she said a lot of things. But one thing that stood out, look for a woman called Coach Hilda Bahati. Look for that woman. When you find her, things are going to change for you. And I'm telling you, I'm going to give you results. And you will tell me if, in your perspective, things have not changed. We meet her. She tells us about Coach Hilda. And I think that was the very evening We went back, we were scratching our heads. We said, okay, School of Practical Business is happening. We are already in school. Now we're going to enroll for another course. More money, more time for reading, more what? We were very scared, to be honest with you. We were very, very scared. But guess what? The Baganda say, Omira penny. We swallowed the what? The penny. We swallowed the penny and we said, Cindy, how much money do you have right now in your pocket? I have this. Patience, how much money do you have right now? Send it tonight to Coach Hilda. We start. We do not know how we're going to do this, how to balance School of Practical Business and then Coach Hilda. We do not know how we're going to do this, but we know that results are going to come from this. When we did that, we started the course. During that time, I was a business person. I've been a business person for over 10 years right now. But I did not know what to do with the skills that I had accumulated over the years. I came into the program having my business skills, but then just keeping them to myself. I would teach a few people here and there, but it was not intentional. Just a few people that would slide by, you just teach them a thing or two. But the moment we started interacting with Coach Hilda, something clicked. Something clicked. I was like, you know what? I can use this. It is a skill I've accumulated for all these years, and I can make something out of it. And that is how I decided to become a business and personal growth coach. Now, on the 23rd of March, I put out my first poster. This was a scary move, by the way. I remember. I was wondering, now what are my people going to say? But I had the courage. I said, no, let me put it out. I put it out. What's the Patience Mulisa? Business and personal growth coach. Gwechiruma, chimulume. Exactly. I put it out. This is 23rd March. 28th March. Someone comes across this. They pick so much interest. Say, They go. I had started putting out some content. By the content where I'm very tensed, where I can even show that I'm scared on camera. I'm blinking. The eyelash is almost falling off my eyes. But I was saying, you know what, let me do it. I put out some content before. So on the 28th, someone reaches out. Oh, my name is so-and-so, and I'm reaching out on behalf of the Kingdom Network Africa.
Come on now.
And I'm like, okay, Kingdom Network Africa, what do I... We need you to have a meeting. We have scheduled a meeting with our founder, Dr. Edwin Musimi. We need to have a conversation around something he needs you to do. Now, this is a man I had seen on TV all my life, and I had never met him in person. Here I am. I meet him, and he says, I saw what you do, and I told myself, this is the perfect person to fit a certain position in the Kingdom Network Africa. And that is how, just like that, that is how I became the head of administration for the Kingdom Network Africa. Someone sees something that I did, and that thing that I did, it was because I went to Coach Hilda's what? Classes. I started to put out videos, however bad they were. Right now, you look at my videos and cringe. I'm like, but it was tight. But right now, I can have results to show. Right? I was called and made the head of administration for the Kingdom Network. As if that was not enough. Said no, every day I would attend the classes, and then something again popped up. The other first one was put out a poster for business and personal growth coach. The second one, put out a poster for a free business what? Master class. 4th April, put out a poster. 29th April, I do a free master class. It happens. Very successful masterclass. People were blessed. Little did I know, those small steps inspired by Coach Hilda, by her classes, we're going to lead into something tremendous. Just like that, a certain woman calls me one afternoon on the 21st of April. Patience, I have an opportunity. It is hard to find. Hard is in capital letters, bold and underlined. It is so hard to get this opportunity. Bank of Uganda is looking for 2 people who can attend a training which is exclusive. And this training, if you attend it, you're going to start a journey of becoming a certified financial literacy trainer by the Bank of Uganda. Meanwhile, by the way, last year I'd tried to get a job in Bank of Uganda to help them in certain things. It refused. You remember? Even Ghana. But putting out videos, someone sees how serious you are. They say, she has even put out a free masterclass. Come for this opportunity. I was one of the 2 who were selected. They said, right now, prepare. The following week, kill the entire week, you're going to do the training. I went for the training. Currently, I'm a certified financial literacy trainer by the Bank of Uganda. Thanks to Coach Hilda. Thanks to who? Aha. Kati oyinza okugamba kati mukama aba akoze binene ndoza biweddeyo. No. Not at all, my friends. As I was there, still doing my other things, going about, I was hearing Coach Hilda talk about being good at what you do as the first step. If you want to become a coach for businesses, be very good at business. Learn as much as you can about business, and then go to people and empower them in that line. When I heard that, I said, I'm going to be empowered. I went. I talked to the other man who had called me for the opportunity, the head of administration. I went and called him. I said, now, do you have any opportunities in this line? He said, I heard about something. There's a university in the USA, Lagos University. This university is giving out free, a free program on entrepreneurial leadership. I think let me talk to the people who are running that program and get back to you. The following day, I was in the program. Amen. Thanks to Coach. Because if I did not hear that thing of become very good at what you do, I would not get myself to attend such things, want to get that thirst for knowledge. I want to become a better entrepreneur, a better business person. Just like that, I got a certification from Lagos University, USA, because of Coach Hilda. Then on 6th May, I am invited for my very first moderating session. I had never moderated an event. But because of my content, someone again, so they said, oh, I think you could be very good at moderating. There is an event. It was organized by Leadership / the Kingdom Network. And already you are the head of administration. So, please, moderate. I moderated my first event, right? And then on 2nd June, I put out my second masterclass poster, which is happening when? Tomorrow. If you know, you know. It's happening tomorrow. Second masterclass. In just a few months. Results. Guys, I said I'm not going to say blunt things. Results must be seen. On 9th June, I undertook another program. Still because of the content I'm putting out. Someone calls me. There is something called Empretech. The people who have heard about Empretech, it's not an easy program to get into by the United Nations of Department of Trade and Development. They put me in Empretech. I do the certification. I now have the certificate. 12th June, I moderate another event at Serena Hotel. Banange, me. They put me on a panel that was flown from the US. Me to moderate people with that polished English. God did it because of Coach listening to what she was saying. 27th June, I was invited, which is tomorrow.
27 is today.
No, sorry, it's today. Today in the evening at 5.
I'm following your dates.
5 to 7. 5 to 7, I'm invited as a guest speaker. Who has seen that poster? By the African Sisters Network, a region, an African region network of women that empowers women in different areas. I'm invited to be a guest speaker. And before that, I received a phone call saying, you know what, Patience, I think you're doing a very good job. We want to have a conversation with you as the African Sisters Network to see the possibility of a partnership. A partnership with, I was like, really? People, this has been a span from the 27th of February. A span of how many months? How many months are those?
100 days of becoming.
In a span of about March 27th, 3 days to end the month. So we say March, April, May, and June. In a span of 4 months, I've read a list of things that happened for how many minutes? For about 5 minutes.
Well, you said 1 minute.
An endless list of things that have been happening because I took the advice that coach gave me serious.
Wow.
I started to believe in myself after listening to coach.
Wow.
I don't have very many words. You can see those results and tell that this girl was believing in herself. And the moment I started to believe in myself, I started to see results. There were seasons in that, amidst all that, where the devil said, "Naegwe kawala go where you touch." No, kuchino. And he gave me a blow. He gave me, no, not 1, 2. 1, that was the hardest. 2, the second hardest. And Coach Molly, Coach Molly Mungaro. Coach Molly stood in one of the sessions, and I do not know which Holy Spirit just befell her. She started to speak exactly what I was going through. As if she had a session with me before. She started to say, this. She started to give me solutions. And just like that, I jumped out of it. Beswe. Beswe. And now I'm here. People, results can speak for themselves. Thank you, Coach Hilda. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Mr. Timo.
Good afternoon. How are you? Molly Mutia. So, this is my cabinet. This is my powerful cabinet. We've been together for 6 months to make this happen, to make this divine crossing. To me, this is not just a ceremony. This is a divine crossing. I remember the first day they started prayers, I was like, I really need this. So I'm going to let my cabinet first speak. They'll introduce themselves, and I'll be the last.
Good afternoon once again. I don't know if you still need my introduction, because I've already been here. Do I need to introduce myself again? Okay, my name is Nasra Hassan. I'm a masculine identity and trauma recovery coach. Yeah. Where do we
Please
start
repeat
from?
again.
I'm a masculine identity and trauma recovery coach. And I've been in charge of welfare in this Trailblazers mentorship cohort. Yeah. And I'm so happy to be here and to celebrate with all of you. So let's start from when I heard from this mentorship. Actually, I was still at Bugema University. I heard someone mentioning Bugema University, and I was shocked. Because there was a group, it was just a general university group that I was in, and I saw one poster of the coach. I didn't know what it was all about. So I thought maybe it was one of those church events of Bugema University, because Bugema, for those who have been at Bugema, Bugema is a faith-based, it is a Seventh-day Adventist university. And, okay, I'm a Muslim, so when I saw maybe it was something, maybe church, one of those church events, so I was like, maybe it doesn't concern me. So I ignored it. I didn't know what the coach was all about. Then we started lockdown. When lockdown started, I think there's a way how lockdown enlightened all those traumas and everyone who was going through something, who had like childhood traumas. There's a way how lockdown brought everything on board for you, like even if you pretended, because many people used to escape to work, from work to here, socialization and stuff. But during lockdown, it is you and you. You have to face yourself, whether you want it or not. And during that moment, I was really, so much was going on. Just like I had someone mentioning, if I had that opportunity to take away my life, I would have done so. Because there's a point in my life where I was even about to, like I had that ideation, I wrote some notes, which I thought maybe that was my last ever message that I was writing. Because it's like I had everything planned, how things will happen. It was, okay, good enough. After writing that message, I don't know why I felt like I had to write that text and send it to that particular person, because I was at work and she was actually not around. And she was a mental health something, like manager in that particular organization that I was in. And she actually had a conference. It was during the mental health awareness period. So when I sent that message, to me, I felt casual. I didn't feel like it was really something serious. I didn't see anything like the gravity. To me, I was casual, and I was seated in the office, and she was in Bugolobi. So when she came, okay, before I knew it, I saw the person coming to office where I was. I didn't even see where she passed through because I was seated here, the door was there. And all of a sudden, I saw her in front of me. And she was like, "You're not going back home." Me, I was just casual, I was normal. And she was like, "You're not going back home." Because I don't know, for some reason, if I went back home, I don't know what would have happened. Because I had really, everything was planned. I was on medication. I was going through like mental health treatment from, sorry. I get emotional when I talk about these things. So I was going to, which hospital is it? Nakasero Hospital. I was going through medication, and of course I'm not supposed to take more than one tablet, but for that particular day I was planning to take like 5, because they told me the reason as to why I'm not supposed to take more than one. So and to me I felt like actually that is the reason why I want to take more than one tablet. So I had everything planned out in my head. So when this lady came, I think for her being a mental health therapist, she knew, like she understood the gravity. But for me, I was just casual. So when she came in the office, she talked to the HR. I didn't go back home. We went back, oh, sorry. When we went, sorry, I think I need something to break.
Do you really have a story? Do you have a story? Pray to God to make you have a story. If there's no story, there's no success. No story, no success. Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon, good people. What's it? What's it? You are speakers. You should be used to such emotional moments. Okay? We go in, we come out. How are we? How are we? All right. I am Regan Perry. I am so happy to be in the space. I remember my first time to know about this program. Actually, it was a day like this. It was a day like this. We were in this room here. I came with my colleague. Shout out to you, Daniel Chirumia, a sales coach, a brother to me. It's so funny how we got connected with him. I was sent for schooling to a certain island. That is Kalangala. I did agriculture. So I was sent to do agriculture from an institute called Sese Agricultural Farm Institute. But in 2018, when I was in my vacation, I said no to school. I said no to school anymore because they were pushing me to study what I don't want. So I say no to school. Early in 2019, I met with him, Daniel. We were doing something, a certain business. We just met. But starting to relate, our story was the same. And from that point, we started to telling each other that we should be speakers, just like that. So what he did, he went a step ahead. Personally, I remain behind. So we've been moving, but I've always been behind. I was so behind to acting. So, but I'm very happy that whenever he had something to show success, he would call me. On that day, he was graduating with accelerated mentorship. He just called me a day before and was like, you know what? I want you to go with me somewhere tomorrow. I love dressing. I don't disappoint. So I put on my suit, not knowing where we were going. So on opening the car, I just looked at this. I was like, you man. So how is this? When was this? So like that, I saw the mentorship. Then I was like, my boss, I'm going to be activated. In the next program, I'm in. Guess what? I don't know any program. I don't have any coin. So it was around second, if not fourth, I saw a flyer, 1.8. I've not thought of myself pulling out my 1.8 to pay. I've not actually, you know. I'm an auntie's boy with a lot of jejo, kwesa asira nebirala. So I'm always like, my dad is there, my mom is there, my aunt is there, you know. So this time I was like, no. I have to do something different. I have to do something different. I remember recording my first video. I was in Mbali. I recorded my first video. Just recorded my stuff. So I was like, youth, now the only thing we have to do is brab, you know. I kept that video, by the way. It's as if I knew it would be important somehow, somewhere. So I have that video. Every time I go back, then I ask myself, how comes I recorded this video and I did not delete it? It is aligning with what I'm going through now, okay? So I joined the mentorship. I talked with coach. I talked with her. She said, no. No way. You're going to do this. You're going to be in the class with or without the money. Because that was the reason I was scared to get started, okay? Then my boss told me, I've shown you the way. Now it's up to you. It is up. It is up. It is up to you, okay? So we got started. So the whole of January, I was like, I don't have a good phone. I don't have a microphone. I don't have this. I don't have this. So every time I would be telling my boss the same story. Okay? Why haven't you recorded? My phone. Why are you not recording? This. Why are you not recording? This, you know? But we had a class. And in that class, that's when she mentioned of the word, get out of the Kamori. Out together. That thing spoke to me. It spoke to me too much. Because always I believed I can deliver. I can do something. But my problem is getting started. Someone was talking about it. This one. She mentioned it. That she was always worried of, how am I going to appear? My family, my what. But everything we do, we forget. It is about us, then it goes to somebody else. You get. On 2nd February, I recorded my first video. I just woke up. I put my phone on my dressing mirror. No microphone, no what. I recorded. Just anything. I uploaded on my TikTok. I had my TikTok opened in 2023, but dormant. So I went there and deleted everything because he told me, what if someone visits your account and finds this? What do you think? So I deleted. Okay? I unfollowed everyone, so the account went back to 0 followers, 0 following, 0 likes. I upload my video. You get? Guess what? 2 days after that, every day I don't record. It's as if I've not gone to labor ward before, but it's like I'm in a labor ward. You get? So I learned 2 things: commitment and consistency. You get? Yes, because one of the things some of us get started and out of the way we stop, I think because social media is overtaking us, one of the things that get into our heads first is the likes and the views. You get? And Coach Bahati has always said it. You record for those 2 viewers. Record for those 3 viewers. That is your audience. Because it is a process. So I'm so thankful that this space has really gotten something. And guess what? My TikTok inbox is always loaded. Please, what can I do? Even in the businesses I don't even accrue about. You get? So someone out there is only waiting for someone's voice. But none of us knows that that voice is going to be mine. So the only thing to do is we to get started and touch them as we touch ourselves. Through touching them, we transform. So a person who came in looking to learn how to speak, okay, I've ended up finding a purpose of not only being heard, but to speak to someone, to cause something in someone else. Are you getting my point? So I'm really happy for this program, because if it wasn't about this, I would not be standing here. Patience would not be giving a testimony like she has given. We would not be sitting together. Remember, we came in as individuals. Today we are moving out as a community. This is what it means to get into your camera. Get in front of that camera. You are recording alone. But after 3 years, after 2 years, you are going to be sitting with a group of people that you be calling your own community. But guess what? That community will not be able to sustain their lives without you. It would be you always in front that they are guided. So this is my sincere word to everyone here. Let not our words remain in the speeches we are giving out. Let's move out and inspire. Those people need our story. They need our truth. They need our transformation. We are holding many people's future in our hands. Please, don't get intimidated. Don't get challenged. Don't feel like it is too late. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it again and again. But please, I started with, do you have a story? Do you have a story? Go back and read. If not, listen to the story of your mentor. You'll move ahead. I wish you the best of the day.
Please, clap for Coach Perry. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so President, just summarize 1 minute.
Yes, imagine that big person summarizes, but that's all right. Thank you so much. I want to leave you with three key things: the power of a story, the power of honoring others, and the power of staying next to the fireplace. And before I go into those 3, I want to thank each and every person here, the people we have been with. Before I get to my spiritual ma and my spiritual pa, they are my spiritual parents, I can say. So I want to thank each and every person here. You guys have been so good, especially in these last days. you know what we've gone through behind the curtains. So I thank you. I genuinely thank you. We've really been together in this, and I would not have chosen any other cohort. So I thank you. And hopefully we can remain together as a team as the year goes on. So let me address our ma and our papa. I thank you so much for what you've done for us. You've been there for us in times when everybody, the way they've said, in times when we are stuck. I want to start with the part of this story. Why is that the case? I got my respect for Major Coach was when my respect for Major Coach was sealed at Tobani. I started accelerated mentorship with Coach Molly. That is when I started. But by that time, Coach Molly, Coach Majo, they were on fire. They got what they're going to do. They were so focused. But personally, my reason for joining was different. And that's the thing. When your reason is different, sometimes whatever coach speaks, it might just, yes. So as Coach Molly, Coach Majo, they were fired. They knew what they wanted to do. Personally, my reason to join, I just wanted to be in a space where there is personal growth. I just wanted to be in a space of like minds. If you realize, I don't know if it's just about me, that most people do not have hope out there. Most people, it's either Lugambo, politics, Maulide, funny things. And so I was looking for that space. And when I got to know Coach Bahati and that space, that's why I wanted to be there. And so when people graduated, I had benefited what I wanted. I was in a growth space. My purpose for life was on point, but I just wanted to be that. And that was enough. And so remember the reason you joined. Has it been achieved? It might not be to become a coach this, but are you different from how you started? That you should count that. And so the thing about story, I remember Coach Bahati speaking and sharing her story. I think I'd seen her, I'm not a TV person, so I'd seen her once or twice on TV. So, but I knew, most people know Coach Bahati. They know Bahati Hilda. So I didn't know much about her, but I knew she was a TV personality and all that. But like we see TV personalities, we see and then what? But then she shared her story. I could not believe. She was crying, like tearing. She shared her background, where she came from Tanzania, how they left Tanzania, her life here, her relationships, her poverty background. I was like, excuse me? Is that real? And personally, something about me, if I'm to follow somebody, I'll dig everything about you. So when I heard her story, it really, really connected with me. I no longer saw just a celebrity or a TV personality. I saw a real human being who has a similar story like me. And then I went back online and started checking her stuff back 2018, all those when she was still having Life Fix. Those days of Life Fix and all that, I went back. I downloaded the pictures. I went and saw the comments because I wanted, her story had really touched me. And so I wanted to see if really, this is the 360. When I read the comments, how she started, I'm like, okay, there is a difference between following an influencer online. You know, we have all these celebrities, these influencers we follow, and somebody who is with you here, you can call her, you can hug her, you can talk to her, and you really connect with her. And that story, from that day, my perception for Coach Bahati changed completely because I knew whatever she's speaking, she has lived it. it is not just Wolokoso. She has really lived it. And that brings me back to the point of honor. I'm not someone who, I've never known about honor. I was raised by a single mother and in homes. So honoring hasn't come easy. But something that I've learned, if you don't know how to honor people, because people who have walked the talk and have gone distances, if you don't know how to honor them, then even you, the gift God has given you, it will never be elevated. So, because of the respect that I have for Coach Bahati, she gave me an opportunity to honor her. And that is not ending. Like, because I have so much reverence for her. So, thank you, Mommy. Thank you. And thank you, Papa. Because of you, she can do what she does best. Yes. And so my last point is staying near the fireplace. I took about 4 years to come back and sign up again for the accelerated mentorship. Why did I come back again? Right now I'm a fitness coach. I was 110 kgs. I have crossed the path from 110 kgs to now. I'm a C-section mother twice. So you know how hard that is. And so many people used to tell me, why don't you be a fitness coach? I'm like, come on, I wake up every morning and I work out. I can't make money out of it. From listening to her, my God, she can challenge you. I think I see what she does more than even what she tells me. I see how she comes up with ideas, does something, comes up. I just study what she is doing, and I get challenged. Just being in the fireplace, being next to her, listening, being close to her is enough to keep you on your toes. It's enough to listen to that voice. Know that voice that you're supposed to obey? And most times you give excuses. As you're giving excuses, when you're around her, she says something, and you get to listen. So I took up being a fitness coach, like seriously. After listening to her, I'm like, okay, this is something I do now. It is so simple. It's so normal. So I started working with ladies and guys. But then later this year, I decided to work with older people approaching 50 years. 50 and above. So that is my focus. I remember in our questions was, what is next? Who are you working with? I'm working with people who are approaching 50 and 50 and above. Why is that? Because personally, even when I was trying to lose weight, my hardest thing was macho exercises. It's men who started training me, and it was so hard. I cannot do that hardcore exercise. I used to give excuses because I knew the exercises that were coming was scary. Until I learned that you can do simple exercises and you actually lose weight. So I'm focusing on people that age, and I believe in what I call micro workouts, that you can do everyday exercises while seated in your seat, while in the kitchen, while bathing. You can do simple exercises and actually be fit, and you actually lose weight. You don't have to wait for 60 minutes in the gym. No. I do gym. I have gym sessions. I have a gym class. And I usually say gym is a celebration of what you've been doing during that day. Because in the gym, things are fast. That means if your body is not fit, you won't manage the gym workouts. They're just going to hurt you. So we train the muscles during the day. As you go about your day, we train the muscles. In the gym, you may not know the workouts, but since your body has already gotten used, you go and do the play. So I want to encourage you. One, keep around the fireplace. Just because we're being certified, believe me, personal growth is up to date. And just because you're being certified doesn't mean you stop. Something I know about Major Coach, she's still having so many. Today we are having 100 days of becoming. Don't be surprised in the middle she'll come up with something else, and don't be scared to get into it. You get 100 days of becoming and you're also doing that. Because that's what keeps us on our toes. That's what keeps us from breaking down. That's what keeps us from those voices, especially us who come from families where personal development is not the norm. It's negative talk. All that. When you have someone like her, someone you know, speaking to you, you can call her, then please keep around the fireplace. It is important. Thank you so much.
Wow, 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 wow. Honor and privilege to be the one introducing our next speaker, none other than a coach, a speaker, a mentor, very good person, a business lady. She's also a co-MC with me. I've enjoyed her for the last 3 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, words will fail me to introduce this person. In fact, the Webster's Dictionary and Longman Dictionary will be a mere toy using all the words to introduce her. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Cindy Cheeser.
Okay, I'm convinced you guys now want to hear from me. You guys, my name is Cindy Chiza, but now you can call me Coach Cindy. Officially, you can call me Coach Cindy. We joined this mentorship, I think, late February, and it has been a great blessing to be under Major Coach. Because as I said earlier, there is a special grace on her. Like, you just enter her space and out of a blue, things just start happening. You have things around you that you want to do, but for some reason you're not doing. But once you enter her space, it's just a thing of, she's going to speak things that are going to intrigue you to start something. So, as encouraged, by the way, and I got to know that I'm part of the serious students. Last week, but when one of the students from this class calls me and she's like, hi Cindy, I wanted to talk to you, Vichi. I've been stuck, but I feel Major Coach is busy, but I wanted to know, how are you doing it? Because again, Major Coach said, if you can't walk, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, at least crawl. If you can't crawl, grab someone's leg who is walking and let them drag you along. So that was the case. She was like, I want to drag your leg because I see you're moving and I just need help. So she just asked me, how did you start these things? I see you speak with so much passion. What? I'm like, by the way, let me tell you something. You might see it now, but it didn't start now. So you can start now, and 4 years later, you'll be glad you started. I just gave her a short recap of how I started a YouTube channel in COVID, and I called myself Teacher See the Life Coach, and I didn't even know the meaning of the word coach. I was like, this thing started long ago, but right now it's just getting clearer. Even now, it's not yet like broad clear, but I can tell that we are starting to see where we are going. So I was just telling her, start where you are. Just start something. Chona chechiri, don't care about I'm niching in this. Just start something. It will guide you along the way. You'll find out. Because me, I started talking about different things, and now I'm talking about different things. I just want to re-echo what Coach Regan said about just shoot the videos, you guys. Because I shot one video like this, and it just turned my life around. One video, and I was telling Major Coach that, you see, I shot this one video, it went so viral, but it was also a good idea from the instruction she had given us on a call. Because she was telling us, find something for free that you're going to do. So in that same class, I asked a question. I'm like, Coach, I'm already coaching about 20 people. I'm already doing something for free. Do I still need to add on something else? So she's like, yes, you can do a free thing. Guys, like a hook that is going to get people to you. So I'm like, okay. I really didn't want, but I'm like, let me obey the instruction. God has a reason as to why he has put you under someone. So I'm like, God, what do I do? What do I do? I spent like 2 weeks without doing content. I was just posting business content. So in that time of the 2 weeks, I was just praying. I'm like, God, just give me something. I don't want to just speak anyhowly. And one day, I think it was like a Wednesday, I'm there at work. And just the Holy Spirit tells me, there is a story you have. And there are millions of people that share the same story with you. So just go and say it the way it is. You've been able to focus on your personal growth from 2023 to now, and there is results that you can show that you've been intentional about your growth. So you guys, I wake up, I reach where I'm there, I put the camera there, I shot like 10 videos. I'm like, if you've shot content, you know that you can shoot like 10 texts to get one perfect one. So I shoot. I feel like everything is not perfect. I am not bringing it out the way I feel it in my spirit. But I'm like, oh man, I won't spend the whole day shooting. Let me just put it. If God wants it to go, it will go. Somewhere, I post the video. I'm there. The video, I don't know how it ran viral, but it got me over 2,000 new followers in like 2 days. People are flooding. I've had like 1,000 people in my inbox. I had to tell people, first wait. We are dealing with a certain cohort first. So as like we are doing free mentorship for 1 month, then the other month is for paying. I went to coach's inbox. I'm like, Banange coach, you can't believe what is happening. People are flooding my inbox. People are telling me, Vichi, oh, what, Kati, what do I do with all these people? I talked to her. The group has about 450 people. I'm like, okay, the people are in the group. Kati, what do I do with them? Kati nzemba gambechi. I'm like, Banange, if you don't come to my rescue, then now the people are looking at me like a serious person. Now I'm like, where do I start? How do I start? So we have a conversation with coach. I called Patience. I'm like, well, we need an urgent meeting. We went to 4 points. We were like, now we have to do like a syllabus. This has to be like a serious thing. Because, Kati, what is this? I have to look so serious, so professional. Bichi, we spent the whole day with Patience at 4 points, just drafting Katinet Cola Google Forms. You have to fill in the forms. Hey, like, people have to enter something as if it's serious. So we are like, Kati syllabus, what do we teach? Which books? It was a roller coaster. So I'm like, okay, I need to take this in. Now I'm in panic mode. I'm like, okay, this thing must have a name. Like, you can't just enter something like, what are we? Who are we? Where are we? Tulikuchi? I'm like, okay, this thing must have a name. Tuliaone peshi, tulozamanya kati which name? All the names you're looking up, they are already taken. I'm like, tulikuchi. Kati, long story short, Inga, I'm like, omanyi, Elevation Coaching and Mentorship Academy, period. So I'm like, I do logos, what? Elevation Coaching and Mentorship Academy. Hey, when you guys, I look serious. I look so serious. So people are there. Good thing, Banange, I had already started coaching people earlier in the year. So now I'm in panic mode. I'm like, I can't coach 400 people. I can't, clearly. So I'm like, there are some serious students I see here that can be coaches. So I call them. I'm like, wait, do you know that you're now a coach? Or you didn't know? From today, I've appointed you a coach. So I'm like, there is a new cohort coming in, and you're a coach. I'm like, you're a coach, you're a coach, you're a coach, you're a coach. And they're like, okay, how are we going to do that? I'm like, we're going to get a day Monday, 4 to 6, I'll be teaching. And we're going to group these people, you're going to do the follow-up. Me, I'll give assignments, I'll teach. And for you, your work is easy, you're going to do follow-up. So they're like, oh, okay, fine. So now, ngasagala bagambe chiri ku ground. So after that, I'm like, by the way, no, you guys, okay, you're going to also get 1 day in a week where you create an online session and teach what I've been teaching you. I'll be attending your online sessions just to be there and see what. Yeah, so as they were like, but you said we are going to just do follow. Mugamba, yeah, so it's going to be like, don't worry, it won't be so hard. So we create groups of people. Guys, people are turning up. You know, we have calls and they have over 100 people attending online. Even the subgroups, the coaches are doing so well. They are like, okay, we also don't know yet, but yeah, we are moving. So I just want to thank Major Coach because you guys, it was so shocking that I was calling Major Coach Major Coach. Now when Elevation started, these coaches, because they were always hearing me saying Major Coach to Coach Bahati. So they, on the calls, they are like, thank you, Major Coach, for the opportunity. I'm like, you guys, Tamuchikola. I'm like, that's so weird. Don't do that. And they were like, even you've called us coaches, but we don't feel it yet. But we see the way you honor your coach, and we want to, call you the same. I'm like, Banai, what's happening? Nenga, you guys, that's the thing. When you follow Coach Bahati, there's just a grace on her life that releases you into greatness. So now, as we speak, there's another 400 people waiting to join the next thingy. As like, wait, we are full. You know how school things are? We are full. We can't take in more people at the moment. Yeah, but because we need to be effective as we follow you up. And the team we have at the moment can only handle these people. So we'll let you know in the next intake. So thank you so much, Coach. I sound like a professional person. People look at me like a serious person, but I'm not so serious. But yeah, thank you for what you're doing. You're changing lives. Even my family now, they call me Coach. Because, yes, they see me when I'm doing those video things. I'm like, Mwe, Kati, we are reading the book Success is a Choice by John Maxwell. You see, the choices you make are going to make you. Mwe, I be so serious. You should attend one of my sessions. That's the end of my speech, Bambi.